1, 2, 3, 4.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Trial by Error Variety Show Podcast, Ep.2. Thanks to new listeners. Welcome back, old listeners. Today, I have Julius from Professor Julius and his Remedies with a special acoustic performance and interview. It was a great, fun time. Also have Bo from L Company Productions helping me out in here. And I have an exclusive Skype interview that I did with Mr. Sean James before he heads out on his first European tour of 2017. Sit back and enjoy a little bit of the Julius.
Listen if you've got ears to hear. Stop on us to stop. Living through all of our worst fears. There is no man under your bed. He gets a higher percent profit if he governs you instead. Now in this time we've got a choice. It's down to flow, we status quo on. Rediscover your own voice. 'Cause I can't quite make myself believe you love this corporate world when it feels so seedy. Begs you borrow, you can even trade it. Have a dog's probably overrated. That's okay so long as you're placated. United States Incorporated. You can take all you can take. Pay another day. Who's got time for a soul this day and age? Just sell your rights away. That's the new liberty. This gonna seem so shallow, but we're drowning anyway. To go, the big man has all that dough while the little guy ain't got no food on his table. I've got this notion that maybe as bad as this all seems, it's just plain birthing pains of the world's next currency. Begs to borrow, you can even trade it. You know they own it all, they can make it. They'll make you if you won't fake it. United States Incorporated. You can take all you can take. Pay another day. Who's got time for a soul this day and age? Just sell your rights away. That's the new liberty. This gutter seems so shallow, but we're drowning anyway. She only gives to the needy, so that she won't feel greedy. He only gives to shelter, so make himself feel better. So tell me how this is gonna go on. You're gonna keep on, or will you make a stand? Will you take all you can take? Look the other way. Who's got time for a soul this day and age? Just sell your rights away. That's the new liberty. This gutter seems so shallow, but we're drowning anyway. Take all you can take. Look the other way. Who's got time for a soul this day and age? Just herself feel better. She only gives to the needy, so that she won't feel greedy. Oh, what WWJD, he'd give it away for free. But you sit there strapped to the machine, watching your TV.
All right, awesome, dude. Thank you very much. What was that called?
USA Incorporated.
USA Incorporated, everybody, by Mr. Professor Julius.
You can,
What,
just call me, you can call me Julius.
Well,
We're on first name basis now.
I
Can
feel like
we just call you Jules?
You can call me whatever you want.
All right, Jules.
I feel like where did that come from? I mean, I know for me, you know, you and I, we were sitting outside. You were smoking a cigarette, and you were releasing a little bit of bitterness about our government. So I know
Not too much or
personally
nothing.
where that
It's awesome. It's fine. We're doing great.
But you know,
Marco.
So was that song written during the Obama era?
Nope.
It was actually pre-Obama. Pre-Obama.
Yeah.
Bush.
Cool.
Bushy Bush.
Bush American. Good beer.
Yeah.
If you're going to have a beer, why not make it Bush Bavarian?
How long have you been writing music? Your own music?
Holy crap, since a girl broke up with me. Almost. Not really. It's one of those quasi-relationships that wasn't really even anything. But since that.
And
I captured the
did
moment
you,
saw.
like, when you were little, did you, like, write poetry and stuff? Like, you were one of those kids that when you
Yeah.
learned how to rhyme, you
Yeah.
took to that?
Yeah. In embarrassing ways and for reasons. Okay, so here's me in a nutshell. Super effing sheltered.
Okay.
Super effing sheltered. My mom is awesome, but she married a total douchebag. Ever hear that story? Happened.
No.
Her
Tell
day.
Yeah,
Her
go
day.
tell that story.
So, not my dad, by the way. That's not who I'm talking to. Love your dad. You're doing great. Happy birthday. Belated. Love you. 27th December. Miss you.
Straight up.
Yeah, she married this dude that made me get rid of all my He-Mans. And I had Castle Grayskull.
What?
Dude,
What a monster.
I don't want to talk about it.
It was Grayskull's
I do, though.
fault,
I need to let this
probably,
out.
though. I think if He-Man rode solo, he'd be like, okay. But he had Grayskull there, and he's like, this demon.
Exactly like that. Holy crap! It's like you were there.
Yeah.
You
My
know,
parents were
I think
borderline.
I think I should be on your couch.
My parents never actually went down the road of like, we're gonna take away all the demon things and the windows into a demon world. But
Not even
we
Ninja
do need to
Turtles.
warn you that if you're gonna be a believer in Christ, that these things can separate you from God. But we're not gonna keep you from them. That's your choice, right? Because free will, that's what you had. I was lucky to have those kind of parents who used religion as a moral compass,
Yes.
but never as a tool to control me, you know? So,
Yeah, that's lucky.
so I don't have any
Anyway,
hatred.
I'm just kidding.
I don't have any hate. I can say,
Well, I was homeschooled, so enough said there. That should tell you everything you need to know
yeah.
Well,
about that.
it was like 8 years, and like here's the thing, music wise, all I was allowed to listen to was like classical, which was with my grandma, which that was kind of cool. And love you, Nana. And that was real, actually.
For audio listeners, he kissed his fingers and pointed them in the direction of the heavens above.
The firmament.
Anyway,
Nah.
so I was allowed to listen to classical, Michael Jackson, which is just ironic,
Michael
isn't
Jackson.
it? Yes, yes. This is before all the
mean,
bad
that-
stuff,
That makes all kinds of sense.
literally and figuratively, because of the album Bad. Get it?
Yeah.
I did that just then. I did it.
Jeez, I would think just on the merits of the Thriller video alone,
Wait,
they
you're
would just be
talking-
like, oh my god.
Jackson 5?
Yeah, like Jackson 5, Thriller area off the wall.
Wow.
And anyway, and then Mom ended up getting away from, and Phantom of the Opera. I was allowed to listen to Phantom of the Opera.
Okay.
And okay, so here's some more embarrassing stuff. When I was a kid, I was in one of those boy choirs, you know, where you're like,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
all that crap. Oh my gosh, I littered, and I am so sorry.
Busted.
Can I just pick
3
it up?
demerits. 3 demerits for you.
Can I just pick it up?
Keep going on, ADD.
Thank you. Oh my god, can you tell? So, let's see, Phantom of the Opera, which was cool because it had like that, that was like my introduction to rock guitar sound. Nice. That and the other thing that was a life changer that was like, I'm gonna do that someday, was Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Yeah.
The end where they come back in time and they play. That's actually Steve Vai, and if you go back and listen to it, it's one of the more beautiful pieces of guitar work like ever. It's
really.
We have to.
Yeah,
Bill and Ted then.
oh yeah.
I definitely had access to Bill and Ted. I didn't ever think that was like what inspired me to do music, but that was definitely like one of the coolest movies ever.
But like the end, man, gotta hear that, man. Oh my god,
I have to go back and
Slater
revisit that.
all of a sudden.
As far as classical goes, our music teacher, Miss Qualls, she was really good about putting that into our studies. You know, she would give us instruments and have us play along to classical music.
Oh wow.
Not necessarily like a violin, but percussion instruments. Sometimes we had string instruments. Sometimes we had
Bongs.
The recorder,
Bongs.
the recorder or whatever.
That's a flute. But you know, and so Peter and the Wolf,
Oh yeah. Peter
right?
Wolf.
So that was one of the things that we watched every year, and we broke it down, and so I was able to really understand instruments by they put the animals in them,
Yeah.
you know, and so you'd see an animal and you would think of an instrument. I don't know. The psychology of that was really cool.
Oh, yeah,
She was a great music teacher. I don't know who they have teaching my kids music now. I should learn that.
Do they have
Some
anybody?
hack.
Do they have anybody
Some hack.
teaching music anymore? I mean,
I'm just
They have
kidding.
music. They do. My kids, they have exposure to music here. They've got instruments of all types: ukuleles, drums, cajon. Hey, foot tap galore over here.
man, he's just jamming away.
I need to get this guy a metronome here. Hang on one second.
Hello, metronome. Sonic Skib, no.
Let me get you a blanket
Sorry, I'm a foot tapper.
so you can tap on.
Oh, it's that.
I gotta
Something to
muffle it.
It's gonna sound great on the playback.
Well, it's not probably.
You're probably right.
It's gonna
I'm
be very
sorry.
distracting.
Hang on.
I'll stop
I have an
doing
extra.
it.
I have an extra blanket. No, you can do it. I just gotta muffle it. You know what I mean? It's got a crisp. Stop. Hey, take your boot off.
No.
Jesus Christ.
Absolutely not.
As y'all can see, this podcast is just going swimmingly. Just swimmingly, y'all.
Okay. Let's see where the fuck am I?
I am so vulnerable right now.
I think we all are. We're all very vulnerable.
All right, try your metronome out now. Oh, now you switched the foot.
I gotta hear it. What the hell do you want?
Here, put it over here on this side. Jesus.
Julius.
Jesus H.
I think
Jesus
it was
saved
Henry.
Christ.
Henry. Jesus Henry Christ.
Henry.
I always call it Jesus Hubastain.
Don't make fun of it. That's my middle name.
Hubastain. That was more like.
Yeah. Jesus Hubastain and Christ.
No, I thought his middle name was Marion. Like Jesus, Mary, and Joseph.
That's good. Most likely.
I'm going straight to hell, just like mom.
Anyway,
How
a real song.
how often? Okay, do you book your own? You book your own shows?
Yeah,
So
all of them.
Would you prefer to have a show every weekend, show every month? And here's why I ask that, because you are from the same town I'm in, and I feel like I don't want to play a show all the time here, because not only do you not get regular attendance, but you just become sort of like this figure that, I don't know. I feel like people assume you're
Yeah.
always going to be around,
Like,
you know?
yeah, your name becomes synonymous with the area.
You're always going to be around here,
Yeah.
you know? And so it works both ways, because you
It
get
does.
major exposure, because you never know who's going to come in the bars, and you get paid, right? So there's that, which is what every musician really needs
That's
to
the
keep
dream.
going. Yeah. But at the same time, I feel as though if you're booking shows every week, and this is just my opinion, you're booking shows every week, you just your original fan base doesn't show up. You get a lot more people, and I don't know. Does that ever feel like? Do you ever? Here's why I asked. Do you ever feel like lonely at shows? Do you ever get that feeling like, oh man, none of my friends showed up? And is it ever turned around by fuck? But I met these really awesome strangers.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, almost exactly like that.
Mm-hmm.
Let me answer that by saying, you know what? Sometimes it's like, fuck, none of my friends showed up. But then I meet all these awesome strangers. Like, it really is how it goes.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I met some really great people out of Bernie because we went and played a show there, and they weren't supposed to be there necessarily, but you know, they came and man, they became like rabid fans of ours, and like I bought a car from them. So it's you know,
Win-win situation.
Yeah, but nobody else showed. It was like them.
Yeah. I only say that because I feel like it's all good to be. It's good to be playing shows every weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But I always feel like
Maybe us show a weekend. You know, maybe I don't know about you, but like I'm getting old. Like not really, but yeah. I mean, I'm in my prime, which means it's all downhill from here.
Have you ever
And this
toured?
isn't an awesome prime or anything, so it's like I better start booking it.
You just had a kid,
Yeah.
the first,
Yeah.
Right.
He is the first on paper.
on paper.
Yeah, she doesn't remember that conversation supposedly, but
Oh shit! It came up later.
Yeah, because you know
It could have been left in the
it's
desk.
his legal.
Like, we already
effing
talked
name.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's his legal name.
Yeah.
I'm Julius Henry Arnold III, but Henry's apparently some kind of dumb nick or name or whatever. So his middle name is Alexander, which is a better name. It's a better name than mine.
Okay. But so he, but
The
it's not
first.
the first.
He is the first on
Just
paper.
breaking it
He's
right
got
there.
a numero uno, and that is.
You should have called him 2.0. That would have been cooler for modern times, like Julius 2.0.
Can they do that? I mean, there's nothing on the Google
I'm
registry
surprised.
for that.
I'm surprised nobody has done that already.
4.6.
That'd be great. That's yeah.
Gotta get that done. If you have another kid, will you do that?
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you put that evil on me.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I always imagine a life of music leading to a life of touring. Is that where you imagine it going? Or are you comfortable being a local musician?
I'm kind of a local musician everywhere I go. I've been kind of a gypsy. Like I tend to gravitate back here because I like it here. But since I gave up the old life, my previous life, I was a much different person.
Yeah. Well, you told me you rode with the Hells Angels, and
Well, that was
there was like a 7-year
it was bitch.
statute of limitations or
Yeah.
something. But
I don't remember.
nah, I just made all that up.
It was a
intrigued by
nice
that.
story.
That was intriguing.
Bo sitting back like, fuck, I just showed up. I missed that.
I was-
story."
all of this.
I was just kind of like, yeah, I'm a badass. Keep going.
You
Jimmy.
are wearing a nice leather vest.
Okay, my dad gave me these clothes, and they on me they look really not awesome, but
No, actually, they're really dope. One of them is a skeleton in a
Yes.
headdress.
yes,
Oh wow.
That
Yes.
because it's a skeleton, it's completely not offensive because it could have been Native American
have
of
been.
any type.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Bones have
I
no
get
color.
really offended when I see white people wearing white chicks wearing headdresses. I feel like, dude, do you know what it takes to get a headdress? You know,
Yep.
I'm just one of the few people that are educated in that. But your shirt in no way, shape, or form offends me.
My dad gave me this. I like it.
However, you wearing it offends me.
I get that. That's because the moobs are out today. Look out for the moobs.
With a buffalo hide vest,
It is
nonetheless.
buckskin, sir.
Buckskin.
Also from my father.
Sweet.
I didn't know
We
this.
wear the skins of our fathers.
I just hope
That's
none of my
gross.
PETA affiliates are listening.
I hope
right
not
now.
too, because there's nothing I can do about what my dad
PETA
gets
still
me out of.
around? Do they still
They're
have?
still-
They still call the
They're
shots?
still
still
throwing
around and
paint
they're-
on stuff.
They're still around. And they're just as insane as.
Are they like the Westboro though? Is that how people look at them? Like the Westboro Baptist Church?
Pretty much by this point.
Mm-hmm. Like God hates animal killers. Like
I
nobody
can
does
tell you,
that.
I can tell you this much: in activist circles, they don't have a whole lot of credibility.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Yeah, elaborate on that.
Yeah, sorry man. When I was 2, I wanted to be Michael Jackson when I grew up.
records? Were they records, tapes, CDs?
I mean,
what did your grandma let you play? What was in the house? What kind of stereo? Did you have a boys?
Tapes and everything. We'd waltz. She taught me how to waltz. She was German.
Mm-hmm.
Bless her heart.
So you didn't have any Weird Al in the house?
No, man.
She would have known he was an accordion playing son of a bitch.
I know. And she played accordion. I have her accordion. Mm-hmm. It's at my house. I had no idea.
That would have been a good way for you to get bits of the world and modern music from somebody who played fucking polka.
I do think that there is a lot that she could have taken away from the music of Coolio, and I don't know of a better segue than Amish Paradise.
Yeah,
seriously.
Like, hey, we're gonna learn about another religion.
Yeah.
So.
And Michelle Pfeiffer's hot.
Oh yeah, of course.
My ADHD's better than yours.
Okay. Michelle Pfeiffer is hot, and you know who else I find is strikingly beautiful is Meg Ryan, and a lot of people overlook her. But where the fuck did she go? Is she still doing things these days? Because I watched The Doors the other day, and her as Pam, and her Jim and Pam, that dynamic with Val and her was a great one. That was a great one. That was good.
Yeah, Val Kilmer's kind of gotten.
I heard he's not in good health. That's what I heard.
He's in some good stuff.
I hope he's okay. Because his Doc Holliday is timeless.
Oh yeah, that works.
Anyway, that movie changed my life.
Yeah, his Jim Morrison too. Even though it was way overdone.
True story. So is Doc Holliday probably.
Anything Oliver Stone. But
You know what? I just can't help but laugh at that one scene where he's walking. And he's like shirtless, got his chest poked out, you know. Remember that? Because I just like, I don't think you really walk that way.
No.
I don't think you're doing it right. Anyway,
good, though.
It didn't really.
It was a great movie.
It
got me into the Doors, and then eventually I learned about the Doors. So if that's what it is, a doorway to the Doors, it was good in that regard.
Words are fun.
Why don't you play us another song?
Yeah,
play us a cover. Michael Jackson. Play some Michael Jackson.
Oh no.
Yes.
There we go.
No, man.
Come on, bro. Come on.
Cause I'm gonna do it right.
Okay. All right.
Come on, Smooth Criminal.
Do something do something you're
I mean, I
super
can do
comfortable
Billie
with.
Jean, but it's just really hard to do on acoustic.
You gotta have some effects.
Well, it's like. And you got that.
It's not enough resonance.
Yeah.
It's not enough. I can't do it.
Okay, all right. Well, what are you comfortable with?
I just like long silences. Long, awkward silence. They're nice. I mean, if you've seen Pulp Fiction.
Okay.
Don't you love that?
I think we all have.
Okay, yeah,
We
let's
all
do it.
mostly, yeah.
I like that not once did John Travolta's character ever say what he clearly wanted to half the time he was talking to her. And that was, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Did anybody else notice that?
Yeah.
Like the look on his face, like he was fascinated. He was like,
He was just lost in them.
what if? Well, but at least he doesn't have any of those Thetans or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is what Scientologists actually believe.
Oh, we can't talk about that, Bo.
They are
Oh,
going
no.
to kill us. I'm just kidding. They don't do that. I'm sorry.
No.
We're too far out in the sticks. I don't think you can't rub us raw down here with your Scientology, okay? We believe in the one good word.
We believe in the one true God.
Science barely touches the surface around here. We use science to tell us if it's going to rain or not.
That's about it.
And it's wrong every damn day.
So what is
Every damn day. I'm
Can't
surprised
rely on
it's
it.
actually doing it now. Hey, guess what it was supposed to do yesterday? Rain. Guess what it didn't do? Rain.
The Lord tells us nobody knows.
You know what? It's gotten so cliche that if I hear the frickin' joke one more time, I wish I could be the one man get paid for being wrong all the time. If I hear that joke one more time, I'm gonna
Or how about
probably
the whole,
go about living my life.
How about the old joke, like, if you don't like the weather in Texas, just wait 5 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's another one.
Do
You
you know
know
any-
what? That ain't true around here.
No, it's not.
Do you know any Weird Al?
No. I'll just play all my political songs today. Why not? It feels like one of those days.
Yeah.
Sure. Why not?
Why
We got
not?
inauguration coming. I think the day of the release.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, and the other great news is I haven't practiced these songs in forever. They're gonna be real raw. This is what we're gonna
In
call.
other words, it's just gonna be shit.
But at least you can't hear my foot.
Yeah, we stomped out the stomp.
Yep.
All
That was-
A lot of people don't know this about me. I'm a mean yodeler.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm not gonna do it though, because you gotta leave them wanting more. I've seen them all a lot. I have to grit my teeth when I talk about it. It's that good.
Wow.
It's exciting. Isn't it?
Is the tea over there sweet?
Oh no, no mate. What I do is I put a little bit of cream and milk in there, and mate, it looks like coffee, but it tastes like ours. Not to be I'm just kidding. I loved it. I've got some at the house right now that I've not used in 3 years because it's that good. Anyway. Anywho.
If you ask me what I think of the world today, you just might get a different answer than you think. Despite my disposition, I've got a sneaking suspicion there's something wrong with this generation definition of the word free.
That's it? That's all?
That's it.
Done?
Thin. You're too shiny for camera.
It's like we're gonna get you some deodorant right now. Some antiperspirant.
Oh, thanks a lot. I don't use that shit. It gives you tits.
You know what? They once said that marijuana gives you tits, so...
Well, have you seen me lately? I used to look exactly like him.
Oh, I see.
Dude.
That's not true. I was skinny for one day. Not that you're skinny, because you're not. He's perfect. I'm sorry.
Me?
Total Adonis.
I'm slender.
Slim?
I call
I'm kind of in between. The best kind.
I am height weight proportioned.
There you go.
I'm like a comfy couch.
No.
I think that's what I am. You know? Built,
Like a comfy
built
couch.
for comfort, not
Yeah.
space. It's alright. It's cool.
Okay.
But
That's alright.
I'm
Not
a love,
space.
I'm a love seat myself. I'm a total love seat.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
I mean,
we'll just go with
I'm
that.
liking all these descriptions.
Yeah.
Analogies
So-
are fun. I like idioms. I like messing them up. You ever mess up an idiom? It's cool. My favorite one to do to make people look at me kind of funny, cock their head 45 degrees is not the sharpest apple in the sky.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I've never heard you say that.
I have.
Mm-hmm.
I've said that. Because I'm not the sharpest apple in the sky.
Out by a long shot.
Apples in the skies with...
Oh, wow.
It's going to be a fun show.
Not
Oh,
the
totally
brightest,
fun.
not the brightest sun in the solar system.
That's the one.
But how do you mix that up? Not the sharpest knife in the solar system.
Sharp is not
That's not so much an idiom. That's just fact. That's science. You can't mess with science. I'm just going to put this on my lap like a napkin, if that's all right. I tend to let my
Yeah.
roll. I've got the special roll that really
Yeah.
holds it in place.
Tucks it in real
What's
tight.
embarrassing is
Nobody's
when
getting
it
that out.
forgets to let go when
It's like
I
a
get
tug of
up,
war.
and it's like, oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I'm corpulent.
Yeah.
Sorry, thought you're fancy, you stupid napkin. Not you. That what happened to me before.
What kind of, okay, so you grew up listening to Michael Jackson and classical music.
Yeah.
Once you broke out of that, which direction did you go?
I was a 90s kid. The first song that got me into playing guitar was Polly by Nirvana, because a friend of mine played it, and I was like, that's neat. Just tickled my ear a certain way. I was like, how do I play that? I'd already been tinkering, but I hadn't gotten obsessive yet. And that got me started, and my uncle plays. My uncle's an amazing guitar player. And my dad took me over there when I was 13, and it was when a little past Polly and all that. I'd gotten some stuff down. And I saw my uncle play electric guitar and like do all this crazy stuff. I was like, I want to do that. And it was the same trip that I saw Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, oddly enough. And I was like, I know what I want to do. And I told my dad on the way, and he probably wouldn't. He might not remember this, but on the way back home from seeing my uncle play, I said, Dad, I know what I want to do. He's like, what's that, son? You know, you said, and like Full House music started playing, and like. Maybe it's more like Sanford and Son. We were in Georgia. We were in rural Georgia. It's more like Sanford and Son. So my dad was like, "What you mean? What you want to do?" And I was like, "Lamont." Anyway, no. He's like, "What is it, son? What do you want to do?" It's like, I think my goal is I want to be as good as Uncle Chuck when I get older. I just want to work up to that, because that'll be good enough. That'll be pretty much everything I want to be able to do.
Yeah.
And my dad's like, "Well, you'll never be able to do that."
Wow, that's great.
And I was like, and I don't think he saw my face or something. He was driving. And he's like, well, you just can't, buddy. You just can't, because you're 13 and he started when he was 7. So there's science. It's science.
And genetics.
Somehow
it skips an era.
It
skips
a generation. But your son's gonna have a nose. Don't turn around. No way they could gain any ground. Take all you want. That's just how you
gentlemen, Professor Julius. This is how we come of age, and this is a Trial by Air variety show podcast.
I got hair on my face.
We want to thank everybody for tuning in today and giving us your support. Be sure to find us on Facebook and subscribe to us wherever you get your podcast. And stay tuned. Who knows who we're going to have in store next week. So we'll let you know as soon as possible. But until then, take care of yourselves and everybody else and follow the golden rule.
Say you wanna change again. Oh, I'm starting to think you're right. You don't know how to begin, so I offer you a ride down to where it'll all be alright. Open up your mind. Welcome to your life. Pull yourself out of the dance. Welcome to your life. If you want it from now on, you'll have to say it's a waste of time. That's not what's on your mind. You can't pick up your feet with your ass glued to that seat. Come and let me show you it's worthwhile. Open up your eyes. Welcome to your life. Pull yourself out of the dance. Welcome to your life. If you want it from now on, you'll have to Welcome to your life. Pull yourself out of the dance. Welcome to your life. If you want it from now on, you'll have to. Welcome to your life. Pull yourself out of the dance. Welcome to your life. If you want it from now on, you'll have to If you want it from now on, you'll have to
That was Welcome to Your Life by Professor Julius and his Remedies off of the album Scratches from Atom, ATOM, available on iTunes today. Thank you, Julius, for the fun time. Thank you, Bo, for helping me out. Now I have the audio from a Skype interview that I did with Sean James from Sean James and the Shapeshifters just a couple days before he's heading out on his first European tour of 2017. How you been, buddy?
I'm good, man. I can't complain about anything.
Awesome. Yeah, you don't look a day older than when I saw you back in July. So
I'm surprised. There's a lot been going on, so it's been good though.
Well, I see you're doing a lot. You're always busy, and that's good. So, the second tour, I see you're going back over to Europe, right? The second European tour. That's only your second, right?
Well, no. Actually,
Okay.
The band's been touring since about the end of 2013. Actually, we've toured all around the U.S. We did our third band tour last year in Europe. And then we've done like 150 days since 2013 every year, pretty much. Okay. But it's gotten better and better, the more we do it, obviously. But yeah, this one coming up here, I'm actually leaving this Thursday, and it's going to be like a 4-month European tour, but it's just going to be a solo tour, kind of a more stripped down type, intimate type thing instead.
Yeah, just you behind your copper guitar.
That's right. That's the acoustic one. Yeah.
That's beautiful, man. You had to get a new one recently. Yeah, Republic had to get you a new one. Your neck broke off, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I was playing it so hard and kind of, when we play kind of, aggressively, I would say, and that's a more acoustic instrument that's not really used to being tossed around like that. So after about 2 years of touring on it that much, it had separated from the neck from the body a little bit, and it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And so we went down to Austin, and he told me just to come in, and he swapped it. So I was stoked that he was able to do that, period. I didn't expect that.
Yeah, it's a Republic guitar, and they're handmade. They're one of a kind, each one of them, so it's beautiful.
They're awesome.
Yeah, it's we've been listening to the album here, me and my buddy Nate, the solo album, and it's amazing how much resonance that guitar gives you, because that whole album was done live, right?
Yeah, it was done live at Sun Studio.
Man, it's so
beautiful.
And
there's certain ways to get that too, that we did with the technique. Like he mic'd not only the body of the sorry about that.
That's all right.
He mic'd not body of the instrument, but I have a pickup running through it, which we put through a splitter and ran through 2 different amps to kind of get different sounds for each one. So the sound you hear on that record is a blend of all 3 of those, the acoustic, the 2 separate amps. Yeah, but it was all done at the same time, so it was live completely.
It's just got such a rich sound. It really does. It's such a full. And I mean, I can hear that it's coming from that guitar. It's so exclusive to that sound. That type of body. It's a beautiful thing. What else you got going on, man? I know you're doing your solo thing. Have you been writing any new music, or has it just been all touring?
No, it's kind of a balance. I find that I like, because there's touring. I like to do like a split system throughout the year where it's like, a month on, 2 weeks off, 3 weeks on, 3 weeks off, to kind of balance, let everybody get back to their normal home life too. Everybody has family and friends that they like to see and stuff. But for me, when I get back, I sometimes get pretty bored pretty quickly, and instantly just revert back to that kind of writing phase, I think, whether it be for the acoustic project or the full band and different genres. It's all dependent on how I feel at that time, I think.
I feel like that's it. Do you guys, is that pretty much your primary job? I take it is being Sean James. I know you manage yourself. You do a lot of your own booking and stuff like that.
Well, I use my own booking. I do manage myself, but we work with a great company called Atomic Music Group that does all of our booking now. So that once that happened, I think I booked myself the first year and a half I did it, and it was, although I was able to do it, it just took a lot of my time away from the music, and put me in a more stressed environment, because booking is a whole nother career in itself, I feel like, to be honest.
Full-time job.
Yeah, Absolutely. So once that happened, it really opened me up to be able to record more, write more, practice more, and do more projects and actually focus on things, you know.
Yeah, good. I know that it's essential because management. Uh, Not only does management fail you a lot of times. Can you hear me right now?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Sorry, I kind of cut out a little bit on my end. But when you're managing yourself and you're booking yourself, that's exactly what you're doing. Is you're taking the time away from the art by making it kind of all about business, and it pulls you down in that regard. I feel like that's a healthy choice to make. It's decide I'm
Right.
not going to manage myself. I'm not going to book myself. I'm just going to be an
Well,
artist.
I have a split personality disorder on that subject because as much as I do love like not having to worry about things and being able to focus, I do feel like sometimes artists can give a little bit too much of the control away to people that, I always want to be involved somewhat.
Mm-hmm.
I just, the day-to-day mundane stuff that don't necessarily I need to do all the time is what, I like to build a team and just delve out the different things, but I never want to not be involved completely. That's something that I feel like any artist should be involved in, to be honest.
Yeah, you giving up that control, you're changing the way your art moves through those vessels, and
Yeah.
so that's great that you have a hand in all that. As far as your booking goes, do you have separate booking for your European as you do for your American, or is this still atomic? Do they kind of get you where you're going in your career altogether, or do they kind of say, hey, we've got this sister company or whatever over here in
Yeah,
Germany?
that's kind of how, it built slowly because I booked myself for that first year and a half and was playing so many shows. I think I proved myself, you have to do that at first for people to take you seriously and be able to trust you, you know what I mean? And so I built up this kind of resume of places that we played and booked, and then we attracted the attention of a booking agent because we played, more and more, and people there's one guy in particular found knew of us and just kept watching us, and then eventually after proving us to ourselves to him, he suggested us to a booking agency, which then we signed with for the US. So now that we had that, we took advantage of that and we just did as much US touring as we could, because that's the only way to grow. It's like doing your push-ups, to get strong. So eventually they did have a sister company or a friend company in Europe who they used for some of their other artists, and then they ended up suggesting us to them. So it worked really well in that sense, yeah.
Cool.
But a lot of it was luck and hard work and just not giving up, like in spite of it taking some time. It can be frustrating sometimes. I get that.
Yeah, I feel like everybody's on that cusp of, man, when am I going to get recognized for all this hard work that I'm doing? And when somebody finally gets that recognition, man, that's when your career takes off. Up until that point, it's a hobby almost, right? Until somebody finally recognizes that, hey, I'm doing all this work for free, and I'm doing it harder than anybody that's getting paid in this industry, that somebody's going to look at you, and the right person's going to recognize that. I feel like anybody that knows anything about it, that's what they're waiting on. They're not waiting on money. They're not waiting on Madison Square Gardens. They're waiting on that right person to recognize that they are putting in those hours. So,
yeah, I mean, that, and like more so with the way the internet is now and being able to reach people so easily, it's putting in the time to actually reach your fans. And that's where I feel like a shift is happening. You don't need to reach that one right person. You can reach them, all the people, as long as you I feel like a reel and the internet just gives you so many opportunities to connect with people, and that's who you're really trying to connect with, because those are the people that are coming out to the shows and everything else. But it is a double-edged sword, because you do, to really get to like the bigger spots, you do kind of have to make the connections to the right people. So yeah. It's a mixture of play. Everything is a balance, man. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
It's not giving too much to one side or too much to the other, but remain balanced in all the approaches.
And man, and holding your composure, like you said, you get frustrated. Being good to your team is something that the way you see your team stand behind you, the way I'm kind of looking backstage. I'm definitely a fan, but I'm always looking backstage, and the way you see the producers treating the stage crew and everybody, that kind of shows
Right.
nobody stabbed each other,
Exactly.
Yeah. So
It's a big deal. Yeah, just having common respect for every process uh, in the team to make it happen. Even as far as people that you might not have talked to before, new sound guys every night, new bar staff. It's one of the biggest things that I always say is when you first go in that building, go introduce yourself to everybody, shake their hand, ask their name, because it takes both sides of the coin to really make it work.
yeah, it's somebody's job to help you out, and it's
Yeah.
your job to help them out. So if you can scratch somebody's back in just the right spot, it does come around in this business. It's a really great thing. I love the way that it's easier to get a CD out. It's easier to get a vinyl out. Whatever sort of press you want to present your art. And the fact that you can traverse this country in just a few weeks and get that physical copy of that album in people's hands, man. More and more so now, I go to shows and there's a line at the Merc booth. I think that's so cool.
Yeah.
That people are actually going back into collecting tangible things. They're not snapping it off YouTube anymore. I mean, I guess that, they still are, of course, but more and more people are getting back into the tangible side of albums. And how do you feel like you've done in that regard? Because I know you've pressed your stuff on vinyl as well. So do you feel like that's you do better at shows, or do you feel like your online sales help you out? Like when people hear you on iTunes, they go and buy your stuff. Do you feel like you have more of that, or do you feel like it's people more so engage with you at your Merc booth? For you personally.
Man, again, for me, it's well, I have to say it's 50-50 period, because a lot of times the people will find you on these digital forums online or through a YouTube video and then buy your record on iTunes and then listen to it on Spotify as well, and then come to the show, and then that's when you really get to meet the person and talk with them and get to know them a little bit. And like physical media is massive though. Like vinyls, and we've pressed about 3 records to vinyl, and I just feel like for me, when I have an artist that I love, the love affair might start digitally, getting to know them, and the more that I listen to their music, the more it becomes something that I just love, and it's become like a staple for me. And that's when I'll go out and buy the physical media, and have something that I can see, and it's like a piece of art. The size of vinyl, it's like those high def covers, and just the physical kind of ritual feel of putting a vinyl on a player and putting the needle down. It's kind of like a ritual, It's something special that I feel like I only save for the artists that I truly love. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's such a good point. Is you will invest in the artists that you love inevitably. To get your hands on everything that they have, you have to invest. I like that. I like that it's not so much, hey, I want to get this out here and throw it up on YouTube and SoundCloud. That there's now that little preview section where, dude, you can totally hear half of this for free. And I know iTunes has always done that, but it's almost everywhere you go now. Reverb Nation does it too, and it's you have a way to make money in this industry. And I guess the way that I was feeling about that question was more so, do you feel as though you've got an equal fan base to your online distribution than you have showing up? Like, do you feel like, man, this year, this quarter or whatever, I sold so many albums, but also at the shows, I had more people show up to see me. They may not have bought something, but that's buying into you, is going to the shows.
Absolutely.
Do you feel like one outweighs the other, or do you feel like, I don't know, that one's picking up faster than the other? Does that make sense? That's kind of what it was.
Yeah, no, it does. Sorry for going off track there.
No, I love that you gave me another perspective. That's kind of exactly what I meant with that question. I didn't phrase it
Yeah,
right.
yeah. I would say, at first touring and going to shows in the U.S. and other places can sometimes be like pulling, just getting. It can be difficult to get people to come out. And some of the biggest things that have helped me and some of the biggest support I've experienced has been the digital side and the online side, to be honest with you, because I feel like a lot of viral success with a few videos, and I don't know. I also feel it's the way that I communicate with people on through my social media. I try to be as real as I can, and I answer every message that they send to me. You know, everyone. So it's something that I feel adds to both both the live thing and the digital thing, but I would say it's stronger it's easier for people to connect with you without even leaving their house. You know what I mean? And it's as simple as a message. But I cherish personally the face-to-face meet and greets, of course. But again, man, one feeds the other, I feel like.
When I go, I don't know when I'll be coming back again. Leaving the past behind my stride. In this way I will abide. They're coming on
for us. And man, the people that came still talk about you here. It's a small town, so talk travels. And it's been really cool to see. I don't know, man, to see your career growing outside of this small little town that's just a blip on your touring radar. To get you in that window, man.
It was amazing. Like playing and that's some of my favorite shows are in smaller towns and in smaller places like that, because I feel like the people are more, I don't want to call people more authentic, but more just, I don't know, they're more willing and they want to get to know you more, and they're more personable to me. You know what I mean? Yeah, because there's not as much stuff always coming through there. Yeah. You know what I mean? As if you were a bigger city. So like they really think that it's like a special thing. And I feel the same way about European towns too, because it's all the way over there in small towns. So for me, man, thank you guys for giving me that experience, because I love that, have that balance of that,
getting
down to earth.
Getting away from the long, the security checkpoints and stuff like that at some of the different gigs.
Yeah. Yeah. It can be hairy sometimes.
Like, let them bring the backpack in. They got stuff for me, man. But it was a lot of fun, and it was really fun having you. You made a good impression here, and I've always thought, man, it was really cool to see that happening, and I wish you the best of luck in your career, and I hope some point we can get you back down here to party with us again. And
hey, man, thank you very much. Absolutely, I would love to set that up.
Awesome, brother. Well, we'll be in touch, man. And I wish you guys, you especially, the best of luck in the Shapeshifters. And, have a fun time in Europe.
Thanks, man. I'll be back in May, so hopefully see you sometime after then.
All right. I'm going to put a few of your links up in our show notes. Send people your way. So hopefully you get some of our audience. Yep.
I appreciate you guys.
Right,
thank you, brother.
Yes, sir. Peace out.
Later.
That was Sean James from Sean James and the Shapeshifters. Check him out on Facebook, you guys, at Sean James Soul. If you're into blues, if you're not into blues, you're into something a little heavier, check out Sean James and the Shapeshifters. The dude is truly a shapeshifter. Thank you, Bo Maddox, for helping me out again. From L Company Productions, find him on Twitter at L Company Music. Special thanks to Julius for giving us a great show and a good time. A special, great little time, Julius. Thank you much, man. Thanks again to Stacey Clark for feeding me the beautiful mural. If you guys have seen any of our Facebook Live stuff or any of our pictures online, you've seen the mural of my garage door. It's super dope. Join us next week or next time, whenever that is. Hopefully 2 weeks from now, maybe a week from now. You'll definitely know. We'll keep you posted on it. We don't know who we're going to have in studio, but we're reaching out in every single direction. You guys can help us. Send us your recommendations on Facebook, and we will do the reaching out. Thanks for all the love and the subscribing and the listening, and do your best to share and take care of each other and follow the golden rule.